Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Enchanted Map Oracle today, and our card of focus is number 7, Into the Unknown. I feel like we had this card not too long ago. It has been coming up more often over the last months, which is, kind of fits into the theme of, where we've been heading with trust and getting to the core of you kind of situation. So it's a card of trust, right? You have this person with the blindfold on, sort of feeling their way around, but there's no fear about this card, right? There's a rainbow coming down, there's beautiful wisteria everywhere, there's a little birdie over here. Okay, this is a card of trust. Into the unknown you go, right? So, trust, yeah, because life's an adventure, isn't it? And often when opportunities come up, you're not going to know how to deal with it. So when this card shows up, this is one of those times. And it's going to require trust that this new phase, this new journey, this new path, this new epic adventure, this new little adventure, whatever it is, it's going to reveal wonders and miracles to you, especially as you step into unknown territory. So there is unknown about it. Obviously, it's in the name, right? There's an element of unknown. That's why it's trust, right? So imagine that you're not only the pathfinder, but the path maker, which is what this card is about, right? Trust, and it's all going to be revealed to you. So stay aware as you discover new things, new territories, new valuable treasures, new people, new places, new things, right? Because it's all taking you somewhere. Every little step, right? Little steps all equal big giant leaps. So we're talking about into the unknown. We're talking about trust that everything's going to be revealed. All right. Ooh, I like it. I always love this card when it pops up because it feels like a little bit of a treat coming your way, right? A little bit of magic, a little bit of a treat, something fun, something yummy. I'm always so focused in on the little bird too, right? Like there are messages, there are going to be signs and synchronicities around you as you step forward onto whatever this, into the unknown is. All right, so today I have the Tarot of the Ruins. We're going to use this to dig into this message here. Message of trust. All right. So thank you so much for being here. You know how much I appreciate you. Super honored to be able to bring you this message. Full of joy to be with you on your adventure as you step into the unknown. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. So if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. It's all good. It's all good. This is your opportunity to flex that discernment muscle, to trust your intuition, to build the intuition, to learn to trust your gut, right? Okay, here we go into the unknown. But we have each other. All right. The Eight of Swords is coming up. Okay, interesting. So the Eight of Swords is all about limitations and restrictions that we place upon ourselves. Okay. This character is not really bound. The blindfold is loose. It's really easy to get out of whatever the situation is, right? So you might be feeling trapped and frustrated. Okay, but it's something that you've imposed upon yourself. That's what the Eight of Swords is all about. Okay, so it's the swords are of the mind, so it's about being in our head sometimes. Outdated beliefs, things that no longer serve us. Maybe something that someone else said to you that you took on as your own belief system. It could be something like that, right? It's so interesting that they're both like, typically the Eight of Swords has a blindfold on. This one has a mask on of some sort. But it's interesting that they're both blindfolded, and yet they're two totally different perspectives. Into the Unknown is all about the possibilities and trust. The Eight of Swords is all about restrictions and sort of rigid, being rigid. Okay? In your energy, you're showing up as the Empress, right? This is all about abundance. This is the cornucopia of abundance, of all things. It could be maybe you're birthing an idea, right? It's passion, it's luxury, it's beauty, it's nature. So you're showing up more in alignment with this card, which is why this is interesting that this Eight of Swords is showing up for the nature of. So there's something that you believe here is trapping you, or you're feeling okay, let's just keep going. There's something there. Wow, keep in mind the Sun. Yeah, as soon as you take this blindfold off and shimmy out of these bindings with that Eight of Swords, it's all going to become very clear, right? The Sun brings in clarity, kind of like the Ace of Swords. You know, the Sun removes the shadows. It is the life force. It is life. So you're coming back to life. This is what's happening. You've got to get into this place of trust. Now, with the Empress showing up in your energy, it kind of feels like you are. But let's keep going, because like I said, the nature of is this Eight of Swords. You're feeling trapped and frustrated about something, which could be why you're getting ready to step into the unknown. Aha. Okay. It's like I think you're figuring something out here, because this energy of the Eight of Swords does not match your energy, the Empress. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yes, there we go. Two of Swords, you have a decision to make. You have a choice to make. You have the choice. The choice is yours. How many ways can I say that? Okay. Now, a lot of people say, look at we have 3 blindfolds here. This is significant. Now, a lot of readers will say that, you know, the Two of Swords is all about not making the decision, you know, like sort of evading something that you need to do, right? I think oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, like this reading, I think this is you like shutting out the external so that you can hear yourself, you can hear your own voice, and you can make this decision, right? Coming out underneath this Eight of Swords, you're gonna figure out what it is, how you're restricting yourself here. Okay. So I feel like this blindfold is to go within. This blindfold is to keep you in, so you're not seeing other perspectives. This blindfold is about trust. 3 different blindfolds, 3 different meanings. You have a choice to make. You're going to have to make it, okay? I hope that you make it from the place of this Empress and not from the place. I think this means you need to be really open-minded about what your next step is. Trust. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. You got this. You have the Empress in your energy. I mean, come on, right? Whew. And the Queen of Swords, yes. Logic, strategy, cutting to the truth with that sword she is. She's also a great communicator. Now, some people think the Queen of Swords is kind of cold, but all of the queens have a nurturing aspect to them. So I don't think that's the case. I am sort of getting the sense here, though, maybe you're bringing too much logic to the situation. That's what this is about. You might need to drop into your heart space a little bit. There's an awful lot of swords here in the nature of this reading. And well, there's only one in your reading, or in your energy. Maybe you're 2 in your head. Let's keep going, because I think that's what this is about. I think you might be, when we're 2 in our head, it's hard to trust that things are going to unfold, right? Because that is more in a heart space. So you may need to drop down into your heart space a little bit. When you're too much into your head, drop down into your heart, okay? And see what it feels like there. And that's going to help guide you. We have one, yeah, whew, we have it. Whew, did you feel that? Ha, whew. The Ten of Swords. When you make this decision, it's going to end a whole lot of pain. Okay, now once again, I do believe that this is connected to this 8 over here, right? So keeping yourself in this sort of limited, restricted area of the 8 of Swords, this feeling trapped, this frustration, whatever, might have been causing some of this 10 of Swords pain, right? Now this is coming out under the sun, so this is an ending too. It's a 10, right? The sun is going to shine on you when you make this decision. This is going to end when you realize that you're too much in your head about this situation. It's hard to be in your head and trust. You've got to drop into the heart, or at least have a balance of head and heart, right? It's okay to be logical about the directions that we take in life, but it's good to do that in a balanced way with your heart and with your gut. That's your intuition, okay? 5 of Pentacles. All right. Yeah. Feeling a little left out in the cold. Now, 5s are a breakthrough energy. I think this is why you haven't made this decision yet. You're making it from a place where you feel like maybe you don't have many choices, but you do. And you're figuring that out with that 2 of Swords. I think you're afraid it's going to leave you in a bad place. The 5 of Pentacles is about hardship and struggle. It feels like in this reading that the hardship and struggle is something you might be creating for yourself. Like, I don't get the sense that it is a material world thing. I feel like it's in your mind. So maybe whatever this is, this decision you have to make, it's going to take you into the unknown. You're afraid that you're going to not make it, perhaps, right? Trust. The path is going to be revealed to you, but you have to take the first steps, okay? Now, 5 of Pentacles is also, like I said, excuse me, let me fix that. 5s are a breakthrough energy. So you will be leaving this energy, but it's really based on this choice. Okay? You're going to be fine. You have the Empress. You have the Empress in your energy. And you have the Sun coming out as a gentle reminder over here of like, hey, do this and I'm going to be there for you. Do this and we're going to end all of this struggle and pain and hardship of this 10 of Swords in this journey that you've been on. But you have to trust. Here we go. You are. It's in your energy. Look at you. You're ready to leap. You're ready to leap. You're ready to go. I feel like this queen here, like, I don't know why I get the sense of a hot air balloon for some reason. And this queen comes along and she waves at you up there as you're like floating around in the sky. And then she cuts the tether and you are gone, right? So there may be a little springboard action. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but this is fun. So you're ready, but there's a decision that you still have to make. There's a decision you're going to have to make. It's going to be okay. This is really good stuff, right? You're going to be leaving this behind is what I'm saying. You're leaving the 10 of Swords behind. You're leaving that 5 of Pentacles behind. You're leaving behind this feeling of being trapped, feeling frustrated. And you have a 6 of Wands, which is victory. This is winning, right? And it's recognition too. whether it's from other people or from you, whether you can look at yourself and pat yourself on the back and say, kudos to you. Look at what you did. And you were successful. And all you had to do was leap. It's in your energy, it's coming. You just got to make this decision. I don't know what that decision is. It's going to be a little different for everybody. It might be a big decision. It might be a little decision. With this Five of Pentacles, it could be related to your material world foundation. It could be job, right? Family. There's a decision you have to make. And you've been up in your head about it. The Queen of Cups is coming out, all right? So please practice compassion and love and care for everyone involved, okay? This is a very nurturing energy coming in to remind you to stay nurturing. So you have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. This is that balance of head and heart. This is what's required as you are trusting, stepping into the unknown, all right? Trusting that this path is going to be revealed to you. Yeah. I mean, you're there. I mean, look. When you get that balance, here comes the Knight of Swords. It's fast-moving energy. This is very fast-moving energy. Things are going to move rapidly for you. You're going to be okay. I love this for you. So you have this new journey. We've had a lot of readings lately about stepping onto a more authentic path, stepping on a path that's more aligned with you and who you are at your juicy core, right? At your juicy center. I love this for you. Six of Cups. Yeah. It's a loving exchange. It's memories. It's good memories. You know, maybe it's going to remind you of something from your past. Maybe someone is coming back around from your past. I feel like this is a remembrance. Like maybe you lost track of who you are, right? The world around us causes so many distractions. It's the world around us is manipulative. It influences us. It influences our decision. And the only way to counteract that is to understand who you are at your core, at your true authentic self. So the Six of Cups coming up means you're going to reconnect with that person because you know who you were at one point. You knew. And you're going to know again. Just got a little sidetracked. That's all. I think that's what this is. This is sort of a realignment onto your path, right? Because you are in a place right now where you understand with this energy here that you have some serious choices to make. Well, you have some choices to make. I shouldn't say serious choices. You have some choices to make. You have a decision to make, and it's going to lead you back where you need to be, right? You're going to leave that frustrated energy behind. You're going to be done with all of that stuff, right? Yeah. I like that for you. Trust. Yeah. I think there's a lot of possibilities waiting for you on the other side with the Seven of Cups here. Now, sometimes it can be confusion, but I don't get that from this. I think you're going to have so many opportunities presented to you when you get back to you, when you step onto this new path, when you understand this balance of head and heart. You have the Empress in your energy, you guys. It's the Empress in your energy. You are the cornucopia. It is not about the abundance around you. It is about the abundance within you. I just feel like this is really profound for you today. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. So it's your wake-up call. Time to do things differently than you've done them in the past. Time to trust that it's going to be revealed, right? Time to step into your juicy, passionate, creative self. This is your wake-up call. This is your wakey, eggs and bakey, right? This is your new beginning in passion, creativity. This is you standing up for yourself. this is you. This is the beginning of you going after what's for you, right? What's in alignment for you. We also have the Six of Swords, and I want to, definitely bring this one out because this is you turning away from this energy here of feeling trapped in the past, perhaps. I didn't think about that with that Six of Cups, right? And turning your attention to your future. Now, the thing I like about the Six of Swords, and typically in an image of the Six of Swords, like this guy's in a boat, right? There's a figure in a boat crossing into calmer waters, but the swords are usually stuck in the boat. And what I like about that is the boat isn't sinking, right? So there is a balance between the swords poked in the boat and the water holding the boat up, right? We've talked about finding that balance between the head and the heart as you're moving forward into the unknown. That's going to allow you to step into this place of trusting as you're stepping into the unknown, right? Six of Swords focuses on the future, focuses on the opportunities and the possibilities. Seven of Cups over here. This is turning away from the past and focusing on your future. I love this for you. All right, that is your message for today. Please hit that thumbs up button if any of this resonated for you. Subscribe, it's free. I'm trying to grow my channel. Share with your besties if it reminds you of someone, and I will see you next time.